What is up, everybody? Chris Hendrickson here, coming at you with the Hendrickson News. And currently, right now, in the United States alone, there are 9 billion animals being raised and killed for food. All right, that's just in the United States alone. And there are 40 billion worldwide. And now there are groups of people who want to start farming octopus. And I'm going to go into my thoughts on this pretty wild and, in my opinion, ludicrous idea. And scientists are making the case against octopus farming as well. So getting into the article here, it says a group of scientists is urging the seafood industry to halt efforts to industrialize octopus farming. Global stocks of squid and octopus are in serious decline. At the same time, demand is up. As a result, seafood businesses are in something of an 8-armed race to industrialize octopus farming. The undertaking, if successful, could be highly lucrative, but its economic benefit may be heavily outweighed by its potential adverse ethical and environmental consequences, according to an analysis published in the journal Issues in Science and Technology last week. Some of the ethical issues that they're talking about is that octopi are highly intelligent. They are incredibly smart. They are known to solve complex puzzles. In the article here, they have a video of an octopus escaping from a jar using their little sucker pods to untwist the lid and get out, which is quite fascinating. Octopi have been known to even escape from aquariums through drainage tubes. That they are so smart. Not to mention their intelligence, but they're also incredibly delicate to raise. The farming practices are not as developed as they traditionally are for other species like chickens, cows, and pigs. So not only do they have to overcome the logistical hurdles just to farm these animals, there's no point to farm them. Eating octopus is not a necessity thing to do. You know, I can understand the evolution of farming where hundreds of years ago, there were definitely lack of food, and animals served as a great alternative to plant-based products, which were hard to grow. They were dependent on soil conditions. You had to know how to farm, compared to just going and hunting and finding an animal or keeping a goat around eventually in case, food stocks run dry. But this is literally such a luxury item that it's ridiculous to think that people are making this a priority when so many people are going hungry, when we have bigger issues like access to clean water in developing nations, but some people are turning to try to farm octopus. So going in here, let's see right here. So I like this part it says right here. Most of the fish and shellfish we eat are farmed rather than fished. That means that they are not caught in the open ocean, but instead are raised in ponds, inland, or in containment pens in natural bodies of water. It's a cultivation method known as aquaculture. And this is absolutely true. Yes, there are massive drift nets being put into the ocean, capturing tons of fish and bycatch, such as whales, sea lions, dolphins, what else? Just many sea turtles. Many non-target species get caught up in bycatch, so farming fish is an alternative to prevent that, but the conditions on these fish farms are pretty horrendous for these fish. They're often highly overcrowded, barely having more than the room of their bodies to move in. And you can go on YouTube, look up fish farming, and you'll see plenty of videos related to this. And with regards to how many fish are being farmed, there are actually about 9 billion additional sea animals being raised or farmed and killed for food to supply the world. So to think that octopus farming can take off, it's just, I don't know, it's just super weird. Not to mention the ethical concerns, as I'd mentioned earlier. So continuing into the article, where was it at? So some of the ways that octopi are traditionally consumed, like in Japan, it's added to a mixture of flour, dashi, and egg before being fried into a savory donut-filled ball. In Spain, a whole octopus is popularly prepared through rapid dipping in boiling water for a period of time of simmering, then seasoned and served with potatoes. So this conscious, intelligent, pain-feeling sentient animal, I don't mean to laugh, it's just like really ludicrous to think about. This animal is being dipped in and out of boiling water as a cooking method. Like, it's absolutely terrible, the cruelty that is inflicted on these animals as a result of the processing, and it's just really sad to think that these animals now are going to be farmed when they're so intelligent. Continuing down, it says the global appetite for octopus is only growing. Demand is on the rise in, quote, all major markets, including the United States. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United States, or the United Nations, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, reported in 2017. Undercurrent News credited the bump in American consumption of octopus due to its perceived health benefits and the booming popularity of poke, especially among millennials. In December 2018, market research company Technavio projected that the consumption of octopus meat would increase 3% worldwide over the next 4 years. All right, it goes into some statistics about the annual harvest of octopus, which I'm not going to go into, but I want to get into this quote from Jennifer Jaquette. Pardon me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's professor of environmental studies at New York University. It says, octopus farming would increase, not alleviate the pressure on wild aquatic animals. Given the depleted state of global fisheries and the challenges of providing adequate nutrition to a growing human population, increased farming of carnivorous species such as octopus will act counter to the goal of improved global food security. And one of the simplest solutions to food security is simply growing more plants. As I mentioned, we farm 9 billion animals each year in the United States and 40 billion worldwide. If we were able to divert that land to plant-based agriculture or mushroom farming, it would alleviate not only a lot of animal suffering, but also produce way more food that we can feed to humans rather than feeding to animals. It seems absolutely mind-blowing that we would take a bunch of plants that could feed humans, feed it to animals. They have a horrible conversion process with regards to nutrients, with regards to calories, and then take that product and then feed it to humans. It seems way too complicated when we can just be eating plants and eat a vegan or a mostly plant-based diet. Getting into here, right here it says, octopus farming, if successful, may leave wild octopus populations untouched, but would still exacerbate the depletion of many other fish used for feed, a factor that many of us don't consider when thinking about the potential benefits of aqua farming. So yeah, that's really, really fascinating. The fact that, if we are farming these animals, what we would feed them would come from the ocean. So it's pretty disastrous for sea creatures nonetheless. Not to mention, all right, now getting into the ethical concerns again. For some, octopus farming also raises ethical concerns. The intelligence of our 8-armed friends is well documented. Octopus have expressed a range of complex human-like behaviors, from cunning to problem solving to what appears to be gratitude, qualities that aren't exactly nurtured in large-scale farming environments. So I'm going to end it with this quote from Jaquette. It says, if you build it, they will come, makes an apt idiom of the potential of octopus farming. But Jaquette and her fellow scientists are urging us not to pretend that scale, while good for some, is best for all. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Let me know what you think about octopus farming. If you think this is a good idea, I'd love to hear some counter arguments. And be sure to hop on over to Twitter, hit that follow button. It's at Hendrickson News. And then on Minds.com, a new social media platform that I've just put myself on, you can go to Minds.com. It's at Hendrickson Media, Facebook, YouTube, Hendrickson Media. That's where you can find us. Anyways, hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I am almost at 50 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so much for that. And I just appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Stay tuned for more